Let's welcome Hornets Summer League head coach Jordan Surenkamp here to the Hornets Hivecast. Coach, welcome to Vegas.
Thank you. Happy to be here. Really excited for this week and, continue to get on the court and help our guys get better.
Fans all over the NBA always excited for Summer League, and the primary focus tends to be those rookies who it's their first taste of NBA basketball, first chance for fans to see, particularly the first-round picks out there on the floor. For the Hornets, that's Mark Williams, the 7-footer. Tell me, how has he looked so far in camp, and what should expectations be over the course of Summer League?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for him expectation-wise is to continue to do what he's doing right now, and that's learning, growing, becoming more comfortable and understanding the style of play that we're going to have this year, and just learning how to play basketball at this level. And I think Mark's done a fantastic job of that to this point. Very high IQ kid that comes in and asks a lot of really good questions and is very focused mentally every day, just as much as his competition level is physically. So his ability to match those two things together with that IQ has really helped him grow over the last 3 or 4 days, and it's been really awesome to see. And obviously the type of kid he is and personality, it's really exciting.
The other group fans tend to be really excited to see are those former first-round or former draft picks who have had a year in professional basketball but maybe haven't cracked the rotation yet for an NBA team, of whom the Hornets have a lot of. Kai Jones is here, JT Thor is here, two guys that bring a lot of length, bring a lot of athleticism to the table, and this is not a final exam, but it's a good midterm to see what have they learned, what can they put into practice on the court. What should expectations be for those two?
Yeah, I think it's the same thing. It's continuing to learn how to play the right way. Those guys are still super young and are still trying to get their feet wet, and we were lucky enough to have that with Greensboro a little bit last year, obviously. But, just continuing to grow and do what's asked of them and continue to find ways to get better. With Coach Clifford coming in and the staff, there's a little bit of adjustment that has to be made in that world as well. So just picking up on some of the new terminology and style of play is another piece to that. And then another thing that, I really challenged them with this week is the leadership standpoint. It's not just the personal development, but how can you make your teammates better around you? How can you bring the young rookies, the draft picks, those guys along with you? And I think that starts here, and the chemistry that you build from doing that will really pay off as the year goes on in Charlotte this year.
The third group of players on your Summer League roster are guys that you're, in many cases, very well familiar with because they played for you in Greensboro last year, and just an opportunity portion of the roster where these guys, they're not draft picks, but they're playing for positions in training camp, playing for positions hopefully on an NBA roster, if not a G League roster, just trying to continue that path towards their dream of the NBA. Last Summer League, we saw LiAngelo Ball take advantage of that opportunity, earned himself a spot on the G League roster. Tell us about some of the guys we can see in that portion of your lineup here in Las Vegas.
Yeah, it's awesome to have some of those guys that I'm already familiar with, with us. I think Jalen Crutcher is the one that really sticks out to me. Played really well for us in Greensboro and does a lot of really good things for us on both sides of the ball. So giving him the opportunity here as a point guard to run the show. And, it's something that, he took on that responsibility for us in Greensboro as well, and I thought really grew in that area. But, LJ Figueroa, some of these other guys as well are really, really exciting, and I think they are ready to make the most out of their opportunity. I think the biggest thing for them, as it is with the entire roster, is making sure that we're here and playing the right way and being about the right things, playing good, solid team basketball and competing every day. And I think top to bottom roster-wise, we have really, really good guys that are going to be able to do that. And I'm excited for them and the opportunity that they're going to have as well.
Jordan Surenkamp, Hornets Summer League head coach, with us today here on the Hornets Hivecast. I'm sure a lot of excitement for you as well, getting this opportunity as a head coach. A lot of times, Summer League head coaches, it's more or less their first taste as an NBA or professional level head coach. It's their introduction, and you hear stories about them getting adjusted to the length of timeouts. You have some experience already coaching the G League, so what is it like for you now, a different type of atmosphere being a head coach, but doing this job again?
Sure, yeah. First of all, I've got to thank the organization for the opportunity. Mitch Kupchak, Buzz Peterson, Dave Duquette, Larry Jordan, all those guys in the front office for believing in me and giving me this opportunity. Coach Clifford as well. In the short time that I've met him, him and I have really clicked on all cylinders and have had really, really good conversations, and we're on the same page about a lot of things. So I owe it all to them for this opportunity. But just for the opportunity myself, being able to take what I learned in year one in Greensboro and try to do it better. There's always room for improvement Still very young in this, especially as a head coach. So the growing opportunities I had in Greensboro last year, some of the things that I want to try to adjust or be better at. This is an opportunity to do that. And ultimately, the most important thing and the reason I'm the most excited about it is I get the opportunity to work with our young guys. And that's something that when I took the job in Greensboro, I was really passionate and excited about. To be able to be on the floor with a lot of the guys that I have relationships with already and help them develop and become better players and better teammates and things like that. That's where my excitement and joy comes from, and just really excited to do it again for another couple weeks with them.
Anytime you are coaching either a summer league team or a minor league team, you have two focuses. One is to win, of course. You're always trying to compete. But in many cases, the more important goal is to incorporate some of those philosophies that the organization has, that the big club has, if you will, to get the players ready for when they step onto that stage. What are some of the focal points here, particularly with a new head coach and Steve Clifford now running the overall coaching staff for the organization?
Yeah, I think Coach Clifford has been really clear on the expectations of Summer League. And you mentioned we came here to win basketball games just as much as we're here to develop and kind of get guys up to speed with what the system and philosophy is going to look like for us this year in Charlotte. But I think the biggest things start with just the basic pillars of what we want to continue to do as an organization, and that is compete every day, put your best foot forward, get 1% better with everything that you're doing, have a winning mentality, and playing team basketball. That's something that I think we've done in Charlotte, for a couple years now as well. So just continuing to build on that, but also just the level of competition, the attention to detail that's going to go into executing some of the philosophical things that we're really stressing while we're here, and ultimately just having fun with it as well. Competition, winning, all of that stuff brings joy to everybody. So just buying into being about the right things, being a team-first mentality, and really just doing that every day and getting the results we want from that.
You excited?
I'm pumped. I'm ready.
We are as well, Coach. Thanks so much for joining us here today on the Hornets Hivecast, and good luck tonight against the Pacers.
Thank you.